Hello, I'm Dr. Wendy Rowley of the Wonder of Human Design YouTube channel with the playlist series, How to Engage with Your Guides of Soul or Your Soul Guides. This is episode 7, and this is what can women do with the new Guide of Soul system or paradigm. And we had an activation in the previous episode for women to be able to do an additional Guide of Soul thing because we have other energy pathways for healing that men don't have. So, and we also demonstrated a healing as well as had an activation in the last video. And there were some areas where my voice could not come through because there were blocks. And you got to experience that through the sound healing. So let's see what Aliane is going to say about this because it's new material. So I don't really have much to comment about. Here we go. Oh, good day to you, dear beings of light. This is Aliane of Cosmic Service, Pleiadian Mother of Sound. We're going to answer something this one has wondered, and you all are wondering. When those demonstrations or there's a healing and you hear these puffs, this one has wondered it, and we know many of you are wondering it. Is that just her having that healing, or is that happening to us when we listen to the video sound healing and alignment or whatever's going on? It's happening to everyone. It's happening at the interface of the group higher self spirit body. We're clearing kind of like the group higher self spirit body of the soul group of people who come and listen to this video. And there's certain kinds of energy work that can happen through the recording, just through intention. And that's what a lot of this series is. And a lot of these things that she does are. So that's why this is on YouTube and why we brought this forward, because this can happen in the new energy, but just by pure intention. That's some of the other things that are changing in the system. Something is changing in the system big time between now and 2028. And that is a quantum entanglement evolutionary engine, a new one is in place. And that means that more people can have healing long distance. And this is purposeful. And we're going to leave it at that. But that's going to make a lot of people go, yay. Okay, with new ideas. Okay, so what can women do in this new connection that you just had in the last video, in that activation? Women have a third energy field that men don't have, and it is connected in a different way than men's. It's in the heart field. It has a little pain body in it that only women have. That's at that interface between the individual to group higher self on the human consciousness grid. It has a connection great into the soul groups in a greater field into divine intelligence. Why women always go, let me ask the creator first before I do that. And it has a connection into the interim Christ grid and Christ grid that men don't have. Now, there used to be an old one in the interim Christ grid, but in the Christ grid, but that's already been upgraded. And now there's a new one, because there needs to be a new birth portal and death portal for the benevolent feeling system that we have been explaining through all of our work coming forward in various ways. It's in the channeling, it's on the website, it's on the Sedona Journal. We've got this underlying theme that we've been talking about, changing over from a pain paradigm to a benevolent feeling paradigm. And other people are talking about this in different ways and in different words. This one gets a little tacky because she's an energy healer and she's trying to get out of that because people just go, I don't understand what she's saying. It's like an astrologer going, well, when the Pisces is in my Neptune and it is in conjunct with that, and everyone's like, ugh. Very hard to visualize. She's going to start making this easier for people through visualization, and that's going to be a lot of fun for everyone. Okay, so we're just leaving that at that. So when those puffs happen, it's a group healing at the soul group level. And when it happens there, it means that the souls that come to that kitchen in her website, and if they need that healing, the paradigm is in there that their soul will give them that healing in that pathway. So prototype as well as a kind of a new menu is one way to look at it when upgrades happen. It's like getting a prototype and a new menu, pioneering into new areas. So women now have a new kind of connection because of upgrades that have been going on since 1987 till now, or even before. The Great Shift is actually a 200,000-year period, even though people don't say it. It's just you're in the middle of it, so it feels like in everyone's consciousness it's happening now. And this is where a lot of great work happens, but it's actually a large period. But in the middle, there's a particularly intense period, and there's a healing window of 50 years that opens up for fast-track healing that then shuts. So this is why so many people are in on this idea of the Great Shift, the Great Shift, the Great Shift. They feel it. They feel something moving. A lot of levels of healers and shamans and clairvoyants and meditators and people who just have a knowing, and they all feel the same thing. Something's happening. It's a global thing now. It's kind of one of those things where people kind of are going, I don't know what's going on, but clearly something's going on. Okay, so because of these extra pathways, new connections have been made from the soul groups through into the interim Christ grid, which means that women can now heal through that grid for the first time. And what does that mean? And what's different about that? The interim Christ grid is a little bit more the creational change area. So we have mentioned the interim spirit body, and let's just do the paradigm. You all have a spirit body. It's group, and this evolves and changes, and the organs change in it. Individually, you each have an interim spirit body, which is your change in evolutionary group from your individual to this group one you all have on the human consciousness grid. We call it a higher self soul group spirit body. We've talked about this before in a lot of our earlier videos. So that paradigm is upgraded with the new quantum entanglement engine that we've mentioned, and it's upgraded because this grid has been upgraded, and now it's upgraded in December solstice 2025, so the guides of soul system can go through women into there for a higher level of healing. And this was the activation in the previous video to make that active now. So what women can do now is say, I would like a little more healing at the creational level for this paradigm. So based on the previous video of the how to work with, we're going to do it again for women. 1, you just had an activation, and you need the previous activation before that in episode 4. At night before sleep for 3 nights, ask your soul to bring you into the new guide of soul system in the new benevolent feeling paradigm for women. And you ask it specific for women, for women, for women. And you do this for 3 nights. Then over a 6-week period, your soul will be doing its work at night and doing its thing. A lot of healing and evolution at night with your soul. Then, when you want to, you say to your soul, you say to the Creator, and you say to the guides, soul system, because you come in with 3 spirit guides, and we're talking about this system, the ones you come in with in each incarnation. We're not talking about the kind that can come in evolutionary. We're talking about your basic guide of soul system because it's been upgraded. We might not have been real clear about that because we described it as the middle one. At one point, the middle one is getting upgraded to work with higher creational beings and the human on the other side of the veil in service as a soul guide for a in and out healing paradigm. But you have a guide of soul, human, that's with you in the 3 consciousness aspects, as every human has 3 of these. So you ask your guides of soul to bring in the divine intelligence of the creative source to work with your disharmony, which you think is this, to help you heal it with whoever you're having a problem with or a group or whatever. And you ask that guide of soul to also clear it for you at the creational level and at the earth level. The earth level and the creational level. The earth level and the creational level. The first paradigm we gave was the earth level. Now we're saying for women, ask the earth level and the creational level. Because the men's creational level, through their resonance, is on the human consciousness grid. They don't have to ask for it. But yours is actually on the Christ grid. And it's upgraded, and it has a pathway now through the interim Christ grid. So what you're saying to your soul is bring that soul through the interim Christ grid to heal this creational level, because that can be done now. So the new guide of soul system, where they come in through the tops of the eyes, going forward in 500 years, they will be working with a higher creational being and the angelics, and they will be bringing in these new healing systems. And with women, they will come through and be clear the creational level. And it won't have to be an intention, because it'll be automatic. Sorry, this one's got a little tickle here. And so that's what the paradigm will evolve to. But right now, as a pioneer, you need to set intentions and ask for the whole paradigm. So you ask your guided soul going, oh, okay, I don't know whether it's in Gaia, the Christ healing spirit body, or divine intelligence aspects of all these aspects are now in the Christ healing spirit body. We talked about that at the March Great Global Healing Party. And so you say, I don't know whether it's in Gaia, my Christ healing connection and force, my Christ consciousness, or whether it's in the divine intelligence consciousness, but may I have it healed. I believe this is a disharmony, and would you heal it also this night healing, at the creational level. So you have to add, as a woman, an extra, because of that activation yesterday, or in the previous episode, you have to ask for the creational level in addition. So what we're saying, and there's one set of instructions that came out first for the men, and this now is an extra add-on for women and a separate set of instructions for women going forward. And we will remind everyone this going through the rest of these videos on this site. So that's what women can do, and we think we've explained that fairly well, even though this one was thinking a little bit in the background, trying not to get in the way. We think that was clear enough, and we're going to repeat it one more time. You had an activation for the woman's aspect of the guide of soul healing, guides of soul that you come in with. You ask your creator for 3 nights to engage in this new system with the guides of soul. You wait about 6 weeks for all that work, and then you start to play with it and say, may I have a guide of soul healing from the guides of soul that I have? And I don't know whether it's in Gaia or Earth or the Christ, or divine intelligence, Gaia or the Christ aspect, but may I have it also at the creational level this day, this night while I sleep. Thank you. And you do it for a bunch of nights if you want to be sure. You do it if you wake up and you still feel tension. That's a little bit of a give. And at some point you wake up and you might even realize you forgot about it. That means it's done. So you're just learning to play with your spiritual nature, sense a little bit, and of course give thanks to the Creator for the healing. And so you have an aspect to be able to heal the creational level of the woman's resplendence at the interface of the on the human consciousness grid between your individual and group higher self now. And that's the explanation. Peace be with you. You are dearly loved. Expect benevolence in all you do, and we bid you adieu. Oh, and show the guide you know that what you think the healing is about. Lack of impatience, don't know, don't trust, I don't, blah, 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 blah. And as you do that, you might find that what you think it is shifts. We're just adding that. So just keep bringing it up. And at some point when it goes away, you know you got it right. So it's a playing thing. It's like a new way of having a dream space and working actively in the dream space. It's a way of healing and being active with your soul at night with intention in the dream space, and that's a good thing. And so that's what we have to say about that. Peace be with you. You are dearly loved. Expect benevolence in all you do, and we bid you adieu. And this is Dr. Wendy Rowley ending up this series, and I'm glad to have that. I'm going to play with this myself, and I am going to put on this video YouTube thumbnail channel. Let's do a challenge. Let's see. I'm a woman, so it would relate a little bit more to me. Let's see, but men are welcome to put their input in. Let's see if anyone that does this, if they have any experiences and they have any nighttime healings that they feel are happening, and if they feel they've moved through some complexes that they are aware of. Often disharmonies with another person is a great way to start. Problems within a family, your parent, your children, whatever it is, whatever that current problem is going on. If you have any idea what you think what the match is, play, have fun. Or do your best guess, play and have fun. Okay, I'm going to do it, and let's just do a challenge and let's see what we get. I don't like the word challenge because it feels like proving it. Let's do a play with this, a spiritual exploration of our spiritual nature with this. So let's do a shout out and let's compare some notes, and feel free to leave comments if you have any experiences that you can share that helps other people. Thank you so much. Peace be with you, and I'll see you in the next episode.